are being ignored by the monarchy many times. We remember what happened with the king's 75th birthday. Even though Sussex squad, they claimed that they called Meghan and Harry, means from the palace. The king spoke to them, but that was absolutely baseless. They were not invited, they were not at the 75th birthday of the king. In other words, they were completely ignored. Then we have also seen Meghan and Harry getting ignored when the news broke out about this particular incident of King Charles getting sick, and Harry, when he went to visit him, the visit lasted only for 12 minutes. We still do not know if Harry was notified by the palace or by the king, or if Harry flew to UK on his own. That is something is still very controversial. Then we have seen also, not only this, Prince William, he made it absolutely clear and sure when Harry gave this particular interview with Good Morning America. Prince William set the tone for the interview, and he said to Harry and Good Morning American TV that there should not be any mentioning of Catherine, Princess of Wales, in this speech. So Harry, he refrained from it. In other words, they're getting snubbed, they're getting ignored, they are not getting any attention from the monarchy whatsoever. I mean, the monarchy, last thing they would want is to let Harry know and Meghan know about what is happening within the family. But this time, something even more shocking happening. So what is happening is what we want to talk about in this video. Before we move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider subscribing. Let's take a look at this particular report that I just came across, and then you will know what I'm talking about. With Meghan Markle and Prince Harry living across the pond, they have been kept mostly in the dark about Catherine's recent abdominal surgery. The Princess of Wales, 42, underwent a planned operation in January and has been recovering at home in Windsor. She is set to return to the public limelight around Easter. In other words, Meghan and Harry, they were not notified anything about Catherine's health. Why? Obviously, because Meghan and Harry, they would make a big deal out of it. They will go to the media and talk about her situation and expose or reveal some private information to the media, or even worse, include Catherine's health situation in their future books or memoir, whatever you want to call it. Therefore, it is obvious that the monarchy, they did not trust, and this is exactly what New York Post is also suggesting, that there is a big trust issue. Let's take a look at this report a little bit more. According to a source, the Duke and Duchess of Surrogate Court are aware of everything that goes on back in England, but are being left out of any details regarding Catherine. Now, obviously, why this is a big deal for the monarchy, that they should not be notified about this particular incident, it is because, think about this, Meghan and Harry in the past, they said, according to some report, that they are one plane crash away from becoming the king and queen of England, Meghan and Harry. Yes, this is what some reports suggested. And therefore, it is going to be an absolute risk for Catherine and Prince William and the family to have Meghan and Harry know things that they should not. I mean, can you trust Meghan and Harry in regards to their safety and security? Of course not. It would be normal run of things to go and see your sister-in-law who had a serious operation, and also see your niece and nephews, but it isn't normal. It's terribly sad, they continued. In February, Harry, 39, flew to United Kingdom from his Montecito, California home for a quick visit to his father, King Charles, amid cancer diagnosis. And obviously, this is all coming, if you remember, at the backdrop of Catherine, how the photo was becoming viral, how Meghan Sussex squad, they are spreading these lies, these rumors about Catherine and her health. As I mentioned in my previous video, they are even saying, is she alive? I mean, this is the level of conspiracies going on thanks to Meghan Markle. And also at the same time, I have reported on this, guys, very interesting. that there is being there is a report actually, and I cannot verify that myself, but that report suggested, okay, that Meghan Markle allegedly, okay, she was involved with Princess of Wales's health document breach, the privacy breach. Means you know the report that suggests that somebody revealed her personal medical data. You are aware of that, right? And so London Clinic stuff, they did that, and there is a report that suggests, and I also reported on this, that Meghan Markle, she was involved in that in some way, shape, or form. I would not rule it out completely, even though, as I said, I cannot independently verify the information, nor can I take it for what it is, because we do need to do some investigation, and the probe is underway. Thanks for that. The Invictus Games founder did not see Middleton, or Catherine, they should say, Princess of Wales, or his estranged brother, Prince William, during his short stay. This is another sign that Meghan and Harry, they were going to be completely ignored. He discussed Charles' cancer as well as his trip in the interview with Good Morning America on February 16th. But again, Prince William gave clear instruction to Good Morning America that you guys should not be asking Harry any question regarding myself, means Prince William, or my wife, Princess of Wales, Catherine. Look, I love my family. The fact that I was able to get on a plane and go and see him and spend any time with him, I'm grateful for that, Harry said. I went to go and see him as soon as I could. Again, we do not know who told Harry about the king's cancer diagnosis. We do not know whether it was, according to Harry and Meghan's squad, their PR team, they're suggesting that it was the palace. In fact, it was the king himself, that's what they said, who called Harry and William and gave them the news. Again, I'm not 100% sure if that happened. To me, looks like no. I don't think the king would be so desperate to talk to Harry, because think about this, when he went to UK, the king was very impatient and he did not like Harry visiting him at that moment, because he had to wait, and he was just diagnosed with cancer. He was tired. He wanted to just go and rest. And then Harry showed up from nowhere. So I don't think the king was so keen on inviting Harry or telling him what was happening with his health right away. That's what my point is. When asked if Charles' diagnosis could have a reunifying effect on his family, Harry said, absolutely, yeah, I am sure. Yeah, reunifying. Harry was very, very optimistic, is still very, very optimistic, but that's not going to happen. I can guarantee you that. Now, there is another report which I also want to share with you guys. Something you probably never heard about this, and I believe Neil Sean, he reported on this. But the report goes something like this. So when Harry's and Meghan's page was downgraded on the website, Harry became furious. Okay, he became furious and he is now livid. How that could happen? How dare they are doing this to me and to my beloved wife, my wife. If you remember that video I made where Harry was saying my wife. So right now in Montecito, I'm pretty sure some dishes are being thrown on the wall, or maybe at each other, who knows, Meghan and Harry, over this particular issue, that Harry is absolutely livid, seeing that his name is being downgraded, because according to insider report, Harry believes that this is his birthright. Yeah, believe it or not, after trashing his family, talking negatively about them all the time, pawning them for money and their reputation, now he believes that this is his birthright, that he should be on the website and should be ranking higher up. Not just be there, but also be ranking higher up. But that obviously did not happen. They are downgrading Meghan and Harry. On the other hand, when Meghan heard about this, she was nonchalant, I can say. She was really not, according to this report, reacting too much. But I'm pretty sure she was also fuming inside. She was seething with anger. But the insider information told us that Meghan was okay, no problem. Instead, she was busy with her own brand, American Riviera Orchard, whatever it is that she is doing. But Harry, for him, it is a big deal. Now, on top of all of this, when this report I'm reading to you and you guys are getting to know this, information through me, obviously Harry would also be notified that, hey, look, there is a report that said that you were absolutely completely ignored about the health of your sister-in-law. How about that? So Harry has more reason now to become furious. I mean, this guy, he's never gonna learn anything and he's never gonna grow up at all. But this is what we are seeing right now. They're getting ignored. I have some comments here. Terry, Go William, E. Williamson, thank you guys. Janet, thank you for your time. Thank you for visiting our channel. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.